Alright, today is Friday. This whole project has legit taken me a week. I knew it was going to take me a week. I've always said I need at least a week of another car that I'll be able to drive. Thank you guys for letting me the pilot from work. I was able to knock this out. Now today is wiring day. We have to wire up the IAT, the intake air temperature. God, I drew a blink. We're going to tap into this red and green wire. We're going to splice back here. We're going to remain our factory harness the way it is. I'm going to add a switch to it so that way I could deactivate this plug, this sensor for the air intake temperatures, and activate the one that's in the back for the blower. We still have to hook up the pump for the cooling system for the blower. We need to wire up the injectors, and yesterday I was noticing that it's leaking fuel from the injectors. I just opened them up and I slapped them into place. I honestly did not even open this underneath. I'm not sure if there's gaskets that need to be sitting up on top. Dang, this just feels like a foam pad. Another foam pad. So I got to figure out why those injectors are leaking. They shouldn't. I don't understand why. Yeah, there's no O-rings on here, so we're gonna take off the fuel rail and inspect what's going on, see why it's not making a good seal, and get those suckers to seal, because that is no bueno. We cannot have fuel leaking on top of the engine. No bueno at all. So that's what we're gonna get done hopefully today. I'm still waiting on Josh to send me a base map tune to get this to fire up. Oh, we still got to put that serpentine belt. Yeah, that's where we're at with this right now. Today is wiring day. All right. So I think these injectors are the wrong size. They fit here, but it is not the same clearance as the stock injectors. It's gonna need this little top hat. Fuck, these are the wrong injectors. I think I got these from a local shop, so I'm gonna give them a call. All right, so we have to stop. These are the wrong injectors. I'm in contact with the company that I purchased them with and see what they say. It was like 2 years ago. I've just been collecting parts. Now I'm installing them, and now I'm finding out that I got the wrong fucking injectors. I didn't order these. They ordered these for me. I should have just fucking bought them online. I would have paid the same fucking price and I would have got the right ones. These are supposed to be 48 by 14. They're 60 by 11 by 14. They're taller and they're skinnier. Wrong injectors. Alright, and we're going to J&J Speed Shop. It's where I bought the injectors. Hopefully they have the correct top hats that I need. And yeah, oh sweet, this is their new building. How dope. And this is where we're going to be doing our dyno sessions as well later on. Oh, how beautiful.
Your destination is on the right.
Nice. Heck yeah. What an awesome shop. How cool. This must be his house too. What a perfect spot. That's what I want. A fat ass shop in my house. man, I hope these top hats fit. All right, cool. I got what I needed. He gave me some top hats. Hopefully they fit. It looks like they will. I didn't record inside the shop just for the simple fact that I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. But it's dope. He has so many fucking builds in there, and he has a hub dyno. Man, I can't wait. That's just gonna be fun. We're on our way back already. All right, I just got back from J&J Speed, and he gave me some top hats that might work with this here. Hopefully it does. It looks like this one. Oh, yes. Thank goodness. Thank you, J&J Speed. You freaking saved the day, brother. All right, so I have the top hats replaced. These are the old ones. These are the ones that I got from J&J Speed. They look a tad short, but I think we should be good. Looks like hopefully we should be good. We'll see what's up. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if they leak. Let's start this up. Just get that pump primed. Hopefully we don't have a pool up there now. Ah, yes, it worked. Yes. Woo! Wiring day. It's a go. Shit, yeah. Thank you, brother. I'll appreciate you. Real quick, we don't need the spacers in there. Shit's looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Yeah. All right, it is now Sunday. Was gonna do this after work, but I had other plans. Now we're gonna do the wiring and for the pump as well. I think Merc said that they were dealing with a company and they did the wiring incorrectly. So I think this is negative and then this is positive. I'm not too sure. I gotta fill up the system and check the polarities as it's feeding through the pump to see if it's pushing up or feeding through. No big deal. But the new kits do not come like that any longer. They are set correctly, as he was telling me. So let me make my splices into this, add my button, do my wiring into here. Then we'll do the injectors, add the cooling system, do the pump, add the belt. And Josh has not hit me up with a tune yet, so I might just hit up my boy D-Tune to send me a bass map so we can get this going. And I don't know, I might just tune with him for now until Josh sends me the bass map and we're able to continue doing the tuning process. Yeah. Alright, and I have them pinned there, and I'm gonna just throw some solder on there, make sure they get a nice good solid connection, and in case they get wet, it does not build corrosion and then gets faulty later. Sweet, just like that. That's perfect. Sweet, and there's my connector for the IAT, and this should plug right in there. But I am gonna loom it, so and then I still have to tap it in there. So we're ready for the next step. Alright, so I'm going to cut this one here because I'm going to put the button onto that, and I'm going to splice into this one, solder my wires in between, put the button for that one, and yeah, go from there. Alright, so here's my wiring. I have this one tapped into the black and green, and it is protected with heat shrink, and they're all soldered. Here's the one that's connected to the red with yellow stripe with the switch. So I'm hoping that as long as there's no connectivity looping through both of these, we should be okay. So toggled on, the sensor is working. Toggled off, sensor is not working. That's for this pigtail connector here. This one will always be active. So I'm gonna finish looming it up here and then connect that sensor into place. We'll move on to the injectors and then move on to the pump. Alright, and there it is, all wired up, all tucked in, perfect. I pulled it a little bit, I'll just add tape here, no worries. And there's my switch, can't even see it. Nice, I like it, sleek. Alright, so I cut these wires here. Here's the wiring stuff for it. I'm gonna pass these through here, start wiring them into here, slap them into place, and then I'll start each one into place there, and then we should be done with the injectors. Alright, so I have the first one here done. You have to crimp this onto the little rubber boot, crimp the second one to the wires, and I'm gonna throw some solder on there to make sure it's always making a good contact. Then we'll slap them into place here. I'm gonna do brown and yellow, brown and yellow, brown and yellow, brown and yellow, and I think I'm going to be keeping the yellow on the outside. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the yellow. Well, this one has it on the inside, I think. Yep, I don't know, but you just want to make sure that this one has it on the outside. This one's on the outside. That one's on the outside. What the hell? Why is this one reversed? Oh, I think I was looking at it wrong. Anyways, the way you want to take these off is the way you want to put them back into place. So we're gonna wire these according to so. Make sure you don't mess these up because you don't want the injector to be shooting the incorrect way. I'm gonna make sure they're all facing one direction. There's a piece missing here, so I'm gonna make sure they're all facing this direction, not this way. And see, all the yellows are like that. Yeah, all the yellows are on the outside. So we'll do all the yellows on this outside here. Yellow, brown, and same thing for the next ones, yellow, brown. Alright, so I have my connections here done. They're crimped and they're soldered on there. This one is completely done. So again, I'm doing the yellow on the outside, right where the clip is at, just like that. Sweet, and it connects, and there it is. Yellow is facing this way. So I'm gonna connect it, the yellow with the yellow, and hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. Hopefully. Okay, so change the plans. Fuck, I have the injector connected here, and it's gonna be like this. So like this. So I guess the yellow is gonna be on the outside of it. So be like this. Crap. Well, I already did my wires like that, so I guess the brown one is gonna be my yellow one. Fuck. Dang it. Let me see, I think I could unclip this here. This little red safety tab to bring it out like this. And then I should be able to swap out my cables around, and then we shouldn't have any more issues. Alright, I have all the injector clippings done. They're all wired now the same way. So now when we plug them in, all the colors should match the same coordinates. There it is, all yellows. Perfect. Now I'm gonna just wire them up into these here, and then I'll just have to follow all the yellows and then tap the rest. And we should be golden. But you know what, I'm gonna use this as a marker because we don't need no other mistakes. Alright, I'm splicing the connections. We actually had to chop them, and then I'm just soldering the connections together, and I'm adding a heat shield, and then I'm gonna tape everything up, and yeah, it's gonna come out pretty good. Sweet, and there it is. So here's the current connector. Oh, I need to secure that in. There it is. Now we're all set. There's the original plug-in. So these will take it nice and perfectly away from everything when it's time to smog it. And then when it's time to run it, you know, this sucker will just fit right here, you know, and this thing will just tuck in like so. Perfect. And now we'll finish doing the rest. Alright, I have the wires already wired up to the injectors, pigtails. So I have the pigtails wired up already. That's what I meant to say. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have them here to retain their old clip. I taped them all up. So I'm going to plug them in. And we should be done with the wiring for the injectors, the IAT. We just still got the pump next, the belt, and get coolant. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the belt, hopefully it fits, go pick up coolant, and then do the pump, so I can see where the polarity needs to be done for it to suck down and not upwards. Yep. Sweet, and there they are. Not too messy. I have them all tucked right here. There's 3 of them tucked right here. The last one is right there. And there it is. Sweet. So that's done. Like I said, move on to the belt, and then we'll do the pumping or the wiring for the pump. So next is the belt. Alright, I have that belt on there. I have it adjusted to where this is right in the middle. That's where our little tensioner mark needs to be at. In order for you to adjust this tensioner, what you have to do is break this tensioner bolt loose first. Once you have that loose, you want to break the tension on this using an 532s. You do your adjustments on here, either higher or lower. You let go, you look at your line, you make sure it's good, like that is a little bit lowered a little bit. Sweet, then that looks good right there. We'll tighten it back up, and our adjustment is done. And because I am rocking that K24 pulley, this one is a bit closer, so I think I'm gonna have to buy a bigger belt. This is the belt size that I got, 24mm by 2133. I think if maybe we go up a number, I don't know what sizes they are, but if we go up a number from this, we should be cool. It does clear, but it is pretty tight on there. It is pretty dang close. But other than that, the belt's on. That's it. We just need to go to AutoZone, get some coolant. We still need to bleed the car. We need to do that for the cooling system for the car as well, for the air to water intake. So our next move is AutoZone. I'm gonna see what belt sizes they have up there while we're at it. I'm gonna take this one with me, and we will go from there. All right, I got a bigger belt. This one is a 2165. This one is a 2119. This is 2133 millimeters. The other one is like, I forgot how much it is. It's like half an inch. Hopefully it's a tad bit bigger. The only thing is that this is a Duralast belt. That one's a Gators belt. That one's way much better belt, but we will make this work. I just don't want this tensioner pulley or this idler pulley to be so dang close to it. Although it might not even touch, might not even be an issue, but yeah, we're gonna sort that out real quick. Keep this belt, so when I buy a smaller pulley, I can throw this belt back on. By reducing the space of this pulley here, it'll definitely make this come up a lot more. So we'll do that then. All right, with this belt on here, the adjustment does need to be readjusted. It is way down there. So I already loosened up this pulley. I'm gonna bring it up right now. We just have to let go of the tension on the belt. We'll let it go. We'll see where it sits. We'll do our adjustments, make sure it is aligned with this properly. Now we'll be able to bring this up a lot higher, and it should look a lot better, not be closer to this pulley as it is. I just don't want that to become an issue if the belt decides to play a little bit and rub that. We don't need that ripping. And so yeah, let me make my adjustments. Sweet. And yeah, there it is. The adjustment is dead on. I could actually probably back this down a little bit more. Let me see. Let me get this to move down just a tad. Oh, that one's a little too far down, so we'll bring this back. That's basically how you do the adjustment on this here, and then we just tie this down and we are set. All right, so oil change is done, sensors are done, IAT is done, bottom coolant thermostat with housing is done, shaving is done, shaving, pulley is done, belt is on, cooling is done, piping is plumbed. We just got to run coolant into the system, into the radiator, because we drained everything, and into this little reservoir here for our new cooling system for our air to water cooler. What I am going to be doing now is I am going to fill the system up with coolant, activate the pump, let it circulate and get all the air out of the system, bleed it out. That's it. We just have to charge the cooling system. Waiting on that tune. That's basically it. So everything is wired. We just got to do the wiring on this. That should be no biggie. I have my little jumper here that we'll be using. I got to figure out which one is ground and which one is positive, because on the positive there's a sticker saying negative on there. Mercracing said that when they had the company do this, they did the wiring wrong, and that's why that's that. So I will just ensure that this is whatever it needs to be, and then I'll plug it in. The new systems, the new chargers that come, they don't have that issue. It is done correctly, so you shouldn't have to worry about this. But I'll figure this out. The little electrical wiring, that's not my real big main concern. I got all the injectors done, have them tapped in. Like I said, I have the stock ones right here as well, so if you want, shit, we can get a dual fuel rail and plug those bad boys in, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's get to it. Let's start charging up the cooling system. All right, so polarities are crossed on this. This is positive and it's black, and that is sucking in. I try to connect it the other way, no function. So for mine, the cables are crossed. For the new systems, the cables are red to red, negative to negative. It's just mine is just the way that is. That is no big deal. I'm a big boy, I know how to fix this. Cool. All right, cool. I have the pump hooked up right here. This is the third 1123. There's a 7.5 fuse there. It's the only one that activates with the turn of the key. I am going to have to cut this a little bit, just for the simple fact that this peaks out a little bit. So I will cut this out a little bit. But there, I have the pump circulating. It is basically getting all of the coolant or the air out of the system. It is activated by turn of key, so I turn it off even if I have it on the on position on the first one. This radio's on. pump is off. Once you start up the vehicle and you have it on the run position, when the vehicle is on, it will start to pump. And there, it is working. It is circulating, getting all the air out, making sure that it's topped off. I'm gonna finish up my wiring here, but yeah, one step closer. All right, so there, I grounded off my connection here at the ECU. My connection is there. We're gonna give this a try. Everything is wired, so now everything should work according to plan. My boy is going to send me a base map so we can get this sucker up and going. Put my keys in here. All right, there it's on the run position. Sweet, it is pumping. It is working. My wiring is done for that pump. All my wiring is complete. I just have to modify this real quick so this could close correctly, and we should be good. Now I'm just topping off the system with coolant. Waiting for my boy to send me that base map. We'll load it, we'll fire it up, and we'll see how she idles. He's going to be swinging by in a little bit, and we'll get her dialed, just, you know, for a little bit. We won't get it dialed all the way, but it is a tuning process, and we'll get that process started. All right, my boy just sent me that Supercharger tune. We're gonna load it up to the ECU. We'll start it up. We'll continue to bleed the system. We'll see if it idles. We'll take a look at that temperature. Make sure that make sure it does not overheat. I want to make sure my switch is toggled off. All right, there. Yeah, it's toggled off. Sweet. So it should not be reading air intake air temperature from that sensor. Should be reading the one from the blower. We're gonna upload it right now and cross our fingers, hope it starts. All right, so here we are. Let's see what happens. The injector size 1,000. Well, they're 1,050. Stock injector size, current stock. Okay, 1,000 cc's. We'll see. I'm gonna just upload this and raise calibration, which does not support new features, and have it is recommended to use regular calibrations. No, it's okay. I know my boy knows what he's doing, so he's gonna, well, it's gonna be uploading now. It's loading it there. The ECU is gonna start flashing. All right, and it is done. ECU there, just reflashed itself. Let's cross our fingers. All right, here comes first fire off. Oh, I'm scared. It's not starting. It started up. Check engine light is on though. Kind of sounds like she has a misfire. We'll see right now. My air fuel ratio is staying at 14. No knock. Just firing up. She's running. That is a good sign. Heck yeah. Cool. The intake air temperature is reading 89.6. I wired it correctly. Sweet. I'm just waiting for my boy to get here so we can mess with it. At least my air fuel ratios is correct. I'm able to start it up. I'm going to continue to bleed the system, the coolant. get it a nice temp, so when he is able to come, we'll take it out on the road, and we'll see how that goes. Woo! I am excited. She's finally alive. It is finally happening. Oh, it hella backfired like right
fat
now.
sounds?
It was just cranking.
Maybe it could be the dead sound.
It felt a little rough. I think that's probably what it is.
That's 43.5.
Let's do it.
Way smoother of an AFR. It actually is sitting at. It's actually moving around. Okay, we got a little lean. Okay. Looks good though.
Alright, I actually had a misfire. This injector was lifting itself a little bit, causing that misfire we had yesterday. I regapped these spark plugs to 20. My boys were telling me to regap them. I regapped them to 20. We're still running on that base map that my buddy loaded yesterday. It sounds way much better. Heck yeah. Oh, and I got the fuel rail pressure gauge on there. Yeah, boy. I love it. Heck yeah. All right, it is now Monday. It's been a full week since I started this project. We're gonna take it home. Yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series of the blower. It was freaking awesome. I really loved it. It was a dope ass experience, and I can't wait till we have fun with this dope ass experience. I still got to do some wiring up in here because I had a bunch of switches everywhere, and I just cleared up my engine bay. I didn't like how it looked, so we'll see where we go from here. But that'll do for now. Stay tuned for the next video of me driving it home. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.